So Ben Johnson has a pretty lofty goal for Caleb Williams for this upcoming season. Let's talk about this, people. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. We are not at the home office today, but you know the show goes on, and we still got to get this content out. So I want to talk about Ben Johnson today, talking in a press conference with, obviously, veterans reporting for training camp, that one of his goals for Caleb Williams this season is for Caleb to complete 70% of his passes, all right? And he's going to be monitoring that throughout the season. And I got to tell you, folks, this is a pretty lofty goal here. Not because Caleb Williams can't do it, but only because it has been done so few times in NFL history. In fact, only 15 times has it been done, I believe, for quarterbacks with the minimum amount of required attempts, right? And funny enough, though, 3 quarterbacks did do it last season. And I was surprised when I saw the stat. So it was Jared Goff, of course, right, with Ben Johnson last season, Baker Mayfield, and Tua Tagovailoa. Now, Goff and Tua really don't surprise me. They're pretty accurate quarterbacks. But Baker did surprise me a bit for a guy who I don't believe is as accurate as those other guys, but and a bit more of a gunslinger, if you will. But hey, the fact that Baker did it, and we've had guys like Justin Herbert do it, Joe Burrow do it, like, it's not impossible, obviously. It's something that's doable. I believe Caleb obviously can do it. He's got the talent to do so. But why is Ben Johnson focusing on this? Why did he call out completion percentage more so than anything else? It's because Ben Johnson knows that this season he does not want Caleb Williams to be getting sacked a lot. He wants Caleb Williams to get the ball out quick. And when you get the ball out quick, it's usually going to be a short completion, right? If you get the ball out quick, you're really not throwing a deep pass as routinely. And so the offense is going to be what? Probably a lot of checkdowns, probably a lot of, quick outs, shallow crosses, getting guys in space to be able to go ahead and create and shed blocks, and not just screens, because that's what we did with Luke Getsy. But Ben Johnson knows, like, Caleb is going to play on time and play with precision and accuracy. And that is why I believe he called out the 70%. And so to me, this is going to be about Caleb playing in structure and basically knowing that, look, as soon as the ball is snapped, I got to go through my reads and I got to get the ball out quick. I know the offensive line has improved, but we can't just assume that they're going to be this elite offensive line. You still have to play with timing and rhythm precision. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't believe Ben Johnson is going to put Caleb in handcuffs and say you can't do anything out of structure. But I believe it will be in those instances when Ben Johnson will let Caleb take those chances. So I still think there's going to be a lot of RPOs. I think it's going to be a lot of play action. Be prepared for that. But even in play action, you get the ball out quick, right? So to me, that's what this is about. He's focused on completion percentage because that will tell you that Caleb got the ball out quick and he was accurate. And in Ben Johnson's offense, you got to be accurate. Obviously, we know he's not the same quarterback as Jared Goff stylistically, but I believe he's got the tools to do everything Goff does and more. So I'm excited, folks. I think Caleb can do it. I probably wouldn't, predict it. It would be amazing, but he probably would be somewhere near that mark, like a 67, 68% would be my prediction. But hey, I'd love it. Caleb could complete 70% of his passes. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think this is not doable by Caleb? Too lofty of a prediction by Ben Johnson? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts and let me know. As always, thanks for watching.